Page 66, Bublitchki, or some such thing. I don't know. It's a Russian piece. I like Russian music. It sounds neat. 2/4 time with 1 flat. We're in the key of D minor. You need to be doing my scale. 4 octaves up and down, parallel, contrary motion, the whole bit, the advanced part of it. F major and D minor scales. Here, watch the finger. I'm going to take it the right hand first. So we're coming in on the and of 1. So it's 1 and 2 and. 1 and 2 and. Play this legato at first. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3. 2, 3 and 2 and whatever. Last line. Now that's all introduction. See the double bars at the end of the second line? That's introduction. Now the piece starts. It's here. I recommend a 4 on the D. You can do 1/5 on all of them, but eventually you're going to need to be able to do 1/4 and alternate 4 and 5 on these things. So I'm kind of encouraging you to do that now. It's all. It's here and every other place you get that. And then go on. Here, what 3 here. Here, and then pivot on the thumb. Here. Fingering, that's good. And here is the last couple measures or so of the second line. I'll do a 2 on the B flat. And I still do I would tend to do a 4. But that, you may not want to do that. It's a little more difficult, but it just lets me, that's the melody. But you can do 1/5 on everything. Go on. Now they're doing it here. And if you want to do the 4/3, the 5/4/3 pattern on these other things, I don't care. It's fourth finger on that A. This third line down, last 2 measures. Third line, third here. Now, I would do a 1/4 on the last one, and then you can do that or 1/2, either one. I don't care. So it's or there are different fingerings you can use, and then go on. I'd still use 4 on that one. Again, 2 on. My opinion. The second ending, you're here. I'll do a 1, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 4. You're sort of in the same position. Left hand, you're here and then here. Oh goody, so much for the left hand. Second line, last measure, or the second line, the last bit here, you're here and then down here. That's an A. Not a lot going on there. The low note is an A. Okay. Top of page 67. Here, 1/4. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. 16th notes. 1 E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 1 and 2. I just think 1 and 2, and I know there's 2 of them in there. 1 and 2. 1 and Did I mention you're in treble clef there? I forget these things. And then second line, you're going down to bass clef. Just watch the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. 1 and. See, the A is on 2. 1 and 2. The third line, when you come in, their fingering is good. I like that. That's okay. Last measure up here, F. This is the fourth line down, look out. 4, and that's here. 1 and. That B natural's on beat 2. 1 and 2. And then a thumb. It's just 1 and 2. Otherwise it's a B flat, huh? Do a 4 on the D. You're moving around. That's a 2 on the B and a 1. You do a 3 on that if you want. Whatever. On the very end, second ending, you're here. I do a 2-1 and then a 5-2. You could do a 3, but that's a stretch. Put the hands together. We're still playing legato. And 2 and 1 and 2 and that's an eighth note off. There's a fermato over the double bars, which means we're just quietly waiting, just pausing for a moment before we start the piece. The anticipation is building up. Oh boy, here we go. Remember, that is a quarter note. Hold it down until you play the F. Right there. Don't cut it short. On the top of page 67, you're here. Now that is a half or an eighth note, so you lift it up as you play the first eighth note in the right hand. So again, at the beginning of the line, you're here. Third line down. Then the last line. Something like that. Now once you can work out the hesitations, you don't have to go that fast. You take this really, really slow and deliberate until you can get all these movements out. You're moving around quite a bit. There's some tricky fingerings in here. And once you get that, then you can maybe add the articulation, the staccatos. All the staccatos here are short staccatos, and then the accents. The staccatos and the accents are really, that's an accent. Give a little extra. Not a big accent, just an accent. This is an accent, and that's a staccato accent here, and then you keep going. Now that you still hang on to that for a full count. So lift it up when you. So again, it's. There's nothing on that last piece. The third line, don't let the pedal mess you up here. Just, again, we're not using pedal right now. It's a. Then this is legato. This is legato. But you got staccato there. Then here, this staccato. This is an accent. The accent. Then the last line, it starts with an accent. Staccato, staccato, staccato accent. That's not staccato there. And then at the end, the second ending is staccato and an accent. You don't need, in my opinion, an accent when it's fortissimo. I mean, that does nothing as far as I can tell. So you just play them staccato and very loud. Whatever. Don't get vulgar. Let the wrist collapse. And it's just there. And the last note is a little more than the other note. So it's to hear. To hear is what you want. Then that little bit of pedaling they're adding in is more for color. More for just adding a little color. Because you don't want it to get in the way of the staccatos. So don't pedal it any more than what they're telling you to. And the speed-wise, it's allegro marcato is not a speed. Allegro is fast. So in this case, it's a marked fast. I don't know how fast that is. How fast can you play it accurately and under control? That's how fast you can play it. But here. And then you rest. Suspension, building up, oh boy, boy, and then you go on. And it's like that. Lift up the pedal before you play that. So there's a silence between here. The decrescendo, come down. They don't say how much to come down to about a moderately loud to a moderately in that area. So anyway, in the third line, you're moderately loud here. At the end of the line, you're here. I would separate the notes here and here. Separate. So I wouldn't overlap pedal here. You're only pedaling the quarter note for the stay within. You're just adding color to these. It helps to bring out this. Now you crescendo up, and they put a sforzando in there. I don't know about that. It's a strong accent. People don't agree on what sforzando means, which is no big surprise because people don't agree on anything in music notation. But a sforzando for most of the people and most of the time is like the strongest accents you can have. Sort of. I mean, a true accent, a piano can't do a true accent. The instrument won't do it. A wind instrument or a violin, a bowed instrument, something, they can do an accent. See, the idea with an accent is your pitch, your note has a certain volume level. High volume, low volume, soft, loud, whatever, a volume level. And the accent is only at the beginning. It's supposed to be at the beginning of the note where it's louder, and then you come back down and play the rest of the note at the volume level it's supposed to be. So the accent is only for the beginning, bah, and then it's leveled off. You can't do that with the piano. All we can do is play the note. The piano, da, and then it gradually dies off on its own, but it's not an accent. But some people treat these sforzandos as more as an interpretive thing. You can, it's a rubato. You linger on it a little bit. You hesitate just here, and then I mean it's loud anyway, but. Don't hesitate that much, but that's, you feel it. It's more. I mean, it's already got an accent. You don't need this sforzando there unless it applies. It means something else. So we don't need an accent and a sforzando both, is what I'm saying. So sforzando has to mean something else, and in my mind, it means on how you interpret it. You a little bit of rubato. It almost has a. Here. So forth. That's my impression of this sforzando. Different words for the same thing. And that's my impression of this piece. It's a wonderful piece. Some piece people would love to hear. If you can work it up and get it, you pretty much have to memorize this. And to get it well enough to it's got to bounce along. It's got to flow along. It's a fun piece. It's a party piece. Yeah.